Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be showing you the significance of the main method. So the main method is the most significant method in the whole Java program. If you don't have a main method, the program won't execute. It is like the starting point for execution of Java programs. So I'll just type it out right now. Public static void main. Right now I'm typing the signature of a main method. This is a signature. This whole line is a signature which I've highlighted right now. It's a signature of a main method. It needs to be as it is shown in the as it is highlighted. It needs to be exactly the same. Even the it's case sensitive, so each words should be in lowercase as it is shown here. So I'll be explaining each terms here. In short, in brief, public it's access modifier. It shows the visibility of your method. It's public. Then this is the keyword. Static is a keyword. So there can be two kinds of keywords: static, non-static. If it is non-static, you don't need to mention it explicitly. If it is static, you need to mention it explicitly. And this here you will give the return type. If it doesn't return anything, you will give void. You will name the return type is void. So in this case the main method doesn't return anything, so the return type is void. And main string args, even if you make a slight change to a signature, it won't execute, the program won't execute. To make this really clear to you, I'll just print out a statement. I'm just giving out a print statement. The thing we all know, hello world, is the first thing we do when we enter the world of programming. Anyways, I'm gonna print this. I'm gonna go ahead and execute this program. Okay, you can see hello world being printed right here. That's output. Now I'm gonna make slight changes to it to show you that it won't work. So if I remove static, for example, and if I try to execute it right now, it won't work. It'll give me an error. Or if I change this, see, there are different kinds of access modifiers. There are public, default, protected, and private. So each access modifier, uh, public is the most open access modifier. It can be visible to all the packages and or everything in your package explorer. But if you make it protected, it restricts the visibility and further and further. Private, if the access modifier is private, it is visible only in your class. So that's the use of access modifiers, to restrict the visibility of your methods or classes. And static, it is to uh, static methods are methods which are common to the whole class. It so if your method is static, you don't need to create a new class in order to call a method. You can call the method directly. And void, as I told, it's the return type. Main methods don't return anything, so it should be void. Other return types can be string, boolean, integer, etc. And main method, it's the name of the function, name of the method. And the only part where you can make changes is here. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what changes can be made. If I change the square brackets here, it's not a significant change, but if you see, these are some of the only changes you can make in the signature of the main method. If I go ahead and execute it, it'll print the outcome. The meaning of the meaning of the parameter doesn't change. That's why the signature remains the same. Or I can also make one change here. I can say, hey bro, it's a string, it's an array of string. So it's gonna print me the outcome no matter what. Even if I change the name here, that's the only thing I can change in the whole signature, in that one line. The signature is that one line. It works. So to make the significance of main method even clearer, I will show you something. I'll try executing this statement without a main method. In the class itself, it won't work because it needs to have the main method to execute it. Because main method is like I won't be able to execute the command because before I can execute the errors are already being very visible to me through the red markings here. There are errors, and so I cannot go ahead and execute it right now. So now one thing might work. Even if you put it inside a constructor, for example public first, it's a default constructor. You see these constructors that don't have parameters there, it's a default constructor. So parameters are the things you give in here, so it doesn't have any parameters, so it's a default constructor. So I'm gonna try and execute this one. It will compile, or sometimes it may not even compile, but it won't execute, it won't run and show me the output. See, if there is no main method found, it won't execute. Main method is like the starting point for execution. When you run the program, your Java virtual machine looks for the main method first. If there is no main method, there won't be any execution. So now, see, I want the statement in the constructor to be executed. So what do I do? But I don't want to change the position of that statement. So I'm gonna type out a main method again. And I'm gonna call the constructor of the class. So this will work. See, you see it's executed. Even though the position of the statement is in the constructor, it got executed. Why? Because we have a main method, and the main method is creating an instance of the class. So that's how it works.